Hello, guys. This is High Priestess Jamila. I will not be here long. I promise to even start any long discussion. But I wanted to send out a quick message to men or masculines who try to use religion to shame women. This is what I want to talk about for a second. Okay. Um, Men, they have a tendency to exploit things. Okay. And so, if you are a male that is doing that and you come to a witch with that, witches have the power to send you to purgatory. Witches have the power to send you to hell. They do. And you know what? This kind of religious abuse that has been done to some of these males, y'all don't know the real world. Y'all don't know anything about the underworld. You just go around thinking you can do whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you something. Your deity is not actually co-signing that. You're being tricked. So a lot of men that, they have it in their head that they're going to force something on women and they're going to, no, witches will literally send you to hell. And, to be honest with you, if you're a male doing that, you really don't have any power because, men, especially if you are in your lower self. Now, I know a lot of powerful men that they just don't have to do things like that. If you are a male doing that, like, you really need to get it together because I'm gonna be honest with you, you must have a death wish trying to do that to a witch. That our spirits, people are just so confused. A witch's spirits can kill you. And it's all it is to it. Witches were given that power. Think about it. A witch is a woman. A woman can give birth, or at least she has the anatomy to give birth, which means that she has an ankh inside of her. The uterus is shaped just like an ankh, except it has the fallopian tubes and stuff. It looks like an ankh with wings, is what a uterus looks like. So when you're dealing with women already that have the power to give life, women, absolutely, you don't want to go there. Okay. So just to let y'all know that a lot of y'all, I think sometimes people told you that you could do certain things. The reason why people told you that is because they wanted to see you go out there and make a complete ass out of yourself. And I also believe that a lot of the things that society is taught, it kind of trickles down to natural selection. If you're actually dumb enough to believe that you have any sort of spiritual authority over a woman that hasn't given you that spiritual authority, you may have some issues in your life and it's not going to be looking very good for you. Okay. So, I realize that there are some people, they act like they were raised in a barn or something. Um, you got to understand that a witch, especially a woman, a female witch, if she can give life, she can take life from you. So it's not about being a succubus or a vampire or anything like that, but it's very, very similar. And I can tell you that I only pick and choose who I use my Black Widow effect on because I was born with a Black Widow enchantment. Hey, Jacretia Junio. So, this is the reason why, you know, I do what I do. And I think that if you are somebody that wants to stay, in that energy of ignorance, because you're ignorant. And when you look at life or death, God is not going to look at you and go, oh, well, you didn't know. Oh, okay. Well, then you did know. So I'm just telling you, women have Witches have the power to send people to purgatory. I have seen it happen. Purgatory is not having a bunch of trolls attack them online. That's just trolls and bullies. I'm talking about your ass will disappear. You will be somewhere else. You will be out of this reality completely. And you won't even realize it. You'll be looking at everybody almost like sleep paralysis when you wake up and you can look around and you can hear, but you can't say nothing. It's the same difference. It's not good at all. Okay. And sometimes people hate witches just because of the capabilities of their spirits. Our spirits and deities and even demons is always working for us, even when we're asleep. So, these are things that, I guess you would have to be raised in Louisiana to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Or you would have to be raised in an area where you know about this stuff. You just don't go and do stuff like that. Like in literally somebody that's actively working with their demons, gods, deities every single day. That's not smart. I'm just saying. I think that that's one of the things that I believe that it's almost like they're almost like sacrificing themselves. It's so weird. And it's like you can be a sacrifice if you want. You can, that's up to you. I think it's kind of heartbreaking to know that somebody actually sat down and taught somebody the Bible from that perspective, and then now they're going to go out and do exactly what their Bible told them not to do. Like, I think that's bizarre. In your Bible, you're going against all of your teachings. That's a little confused. Perhaps you should step into something that's a little less restrictive, but they don't, because people, there are some people, and energetically the effect that it has is it has like a binding effect on those types of people that are going through that. And it's sad, but it's the truth. Like, I have seen people just lose their mind. Remember that crazy lady? She's not a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like, you so, out in the real world, you are out in the real world. You are, and you're going to have to accept it for what it is. The world that you thought it was, it doesn't. Now you're seeing that you're living in a world literally with witches and warlocks and dragons and trolls, honey. Okay, that I don't get what the deal is. It's so I swear to God, um, you don't know anything about witches or witchcraft or what you're dealing with, and I'm just telling you that these spirits, they work in very, very, very mysterious ways. Okay, and I can tell you that I ain't got to put up no video to do nothing to you. Okay, I can get you all riled up without. I don't have to. I can completely move in silence if I want. If I wanted, if I cared. I noticed that people on here that's trying to do magic, they'll put up a video about a person first. Oh, honey, you don't know nothing about witchcraft. I swear to God, I wouldn't mess with me if I were you either, because I can't even say. It's also ill advisable to mess with a woman when she's on her cycle, especially a witch. Don't mess with witches when they on their cycle. I thought y'all saw that movie Carrie. What's wrong with these people? Remember in that movie Carrie, the Hollywood was trying to teach you something outside of the Bible. I think I might watch that movie tonight. Remember in Carrie, y'all, when at the beginning of the movie, it's very symbolic of the movie. They were throwing tampons at her. She was bleeding all over the place in the shower. And y'all saw what happened to them folk. Like, I'm just saying, okay, that this is For real, and so some people got them killing spirits, you know what I'm saying? So I swear to God, I've heard people say it. That's why some people, I just don't mess with them. I ain't gonna leave. I ain't gonna mess with this person because I know what this person got a lot of power. I'm not gonna do it. But some people, they just silly fools. I wouldn't do it personally. Um, I was bearing false witness against a witch like 5 or 6 years ago, and she had every right to get her revenge on me, and she did. So that was back when I was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I never do it again. I'll say my piece. I ain't scared to say nothing about somebody, but I did do that, and it was a mistake, and I learned from that mistake. Trust me. So I just wouldn't. I wouldn't be. I think some people, they do things and they don't realize that you are literally a ticking time bomb. I just wouldn't do it. Hey J Dub, good morning. Like I'm okay, y'all. The lady that, oh my God, the very first witch that I met in person was this lady that over in Kansas City. And she's a little short Sicilian. She looked like she was Sicilian and white mixed. You know what I'm saying? Little short lady. She looked black though. It was really weird. You could tell she was mixed with something. And that was the very first witch that I had ever met. And you know what? I love that lady so much. She's just like another grandma to me. You know what I'm saying? Would I ever throw something at her? Hell no. That lady was powerful as hell. And people that go around and they just tra la 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 la, they just ignorant as hell. You just don't realize, man, that would be just like equivalent to, because I know a lot of Marie Laveau's teachings, especially when it comes to necromancy. Like I just wouldn't. That would be just like going and spitting on Marie Laveau's tomb and shit, like disrespecting her. Like, get the fuck out of here. You are stupid and crazy for doing that. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but I have a lot of respect for witches because I know who they are, and I am the granddaughter. This is my grandmother's business. You understand what I'm saying? I look a lot like my grandmother on my mother's side of the family too, but I look like my grandma too, but I look a lot like her. This is her business. I am her grandchild. And you can go back lifetimes with this. So I mean, it's a lot that I have seen and witnessed. It is a lot that I have seen and witnessed. Oh my God, sometimes the earth will just open up and swallow somebody down in it. I have seen people fall in sinkholes, people fall and break their neck, just out of the blue. Man, you got to be careful with these spirits because especially witches on YouTube with a purpose. I kind of have a mission with my business, and that's to help as many people as possible before the damn ship sinks. You catch my drift because I'm doing a show in the morning, or not in the morning. I'm gonna wait until the evening. And it's kind of like look around, and some people it's meant for them to be very blind like that. I've seen people that have become bloody sacrifices, man, for real. So I think that it's crazy that what did you think that it was like? Would you treat a witch like that lived down the street from you? No, you wouldn't. The ones on YouTube are no different. Okay, some of us are actual real witches that have actual real powers. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and I'm talking about access, favor, access to the underworld, the outer world, and the inner world. Because we don't just light candles and do magic balls. We don't just do that. A lot of our work is done in the etheric realm. Period. So that's something I'd be very, very careful with, because you may think that you're, having fun now, but just wait, and it's literally, spirits can be very patient and they always wait for the opportunity, and they will come knocking. Okay. And see, I don't come on here and express hatred for anybody on a daily basis. And I don't express hatred at all. That's very ignorant. Hate doesn't do anything for anybody. Okay. So, I just thought that I would come and share that with you guys. Make sure that all my witches hit the thumbs up. And a lot of witches, they're going to start awakening their necromancy skills. What are you going to do? Are you going to try to murder us? Nah, you, honey, the only thing I can say to you is this: Santus brevitus. You better be careful. Y'all better be careful out here, man, for real. That's all I got to say. Watch your backs when you're doing stuff like that, man. And see, God didn't tell you to do that. Okay? So everybody keep it kosher. I will see y'all later. Peace and love to y'all.